the unshakable anchor. Sarah was a single mother raising two sons, Ethan, 15, and Noah, 10. Life had never been easy, but she always leaned on God's promises to guide her. One evening, as she prepared dinner, Ethan stormed into the kitchen, his face tight with frustration. "Mom, I just don't get it. I studied so hard for the test, but I still failed. What's the point of trying if nothing works out?" Before Sarah could respond, Noah ran in, sobbing. "Mom, Jason said he won't be my friend anymore because I can't buy the cool shoes he has." Sarah sighed, her heart aching for her boys. She sat them down at the kitchen table, took a deep breath, and pulled out her Bible. "Boys, I know life feels unfair right now, but let me tell you a story about a man who also faced unfairness, Joseph." She flipped to Genesis and began telling them how Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, thrown into prison for something he didn't do, and forgotten for years. But do you know what Joseph held on to? God's promise? Even when he couldn't see how things would work out, he trusted that God was in control. And in the end, God elevated him to be second in command over all of Egypt. Ethan crossed his arms. But how do we know God will do the same for us? Sarah smiled and turned to Hebrews 6, verse 19. "This hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast." God's promises are like an anchor in a storm. When life feels uncertain, whether it's a failed test, losing a friend, or even bigger struggles, we don't drift away because His love and plans never change. We may not see the answers now, but God is always working behind the scenes, just like He did for Joseph. Noah sniffled. "So, you mean even if Jason doesn't want to be my friend, God will bring me the right ones?" Sarah nodded. "Exactly. And Ethan, even if you failed this test, it doesn't mean you failed in life. God is teaching you something through this. Stay faithful, and He will guide your path." That night, as Sarah tucked her sons into bed, she whispered a prayer, thanking God for being their anchor. Months later, Ethan's hard work paid off. He aced his next test. And Noah, he found new friends who valued him for who he was, not what he owned. Through it all, one truth remained unshaken. God's promises are the anchor that holds us steady, no matter the storm.